Unfortunately, guys, we've had a bit of a bunch of issues today, and I apologize. And anyone watching after the fact, I'm going to just cut out that whole beginning portion. We're just going to jump into some custom battles, have fun with some sieges, and kind of just see where it all goes. So let's go ahead and be the aggressor first. Let's try and recreate the one that I showed you guys during the video. That would be this, roughly. Is that the one in multiplayer, Julio? Let me go back here. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know why this all turns back on. Okay, motion blur, depth of field, bloom, and film grain. So shut those off. Shut up interactive glass. Shut it down. I mean, I should be fine to have it all on, but yeah, Steam's offline, but we can still do what we're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this, do that. Army size, we'll do 400 versus like 350. Will be the attacker. We will do. So what I did. This was the exact one that I did. Let's do this. Scene level, we did 3. Wall points, solid. Yeah, and I was Rentor. Actually, no, I was defending. I was defending against the Empire. Put me at 350 and them at 400. Yeah, this looks good. Do 70, 70, 30 there. They're defending, or we're defending. No, okay, so I want this to be 60, 40. You can be 70, 30. And I'm definitely going to want Sturgian Spearman. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this up and see how it goes. Might be a little hectic on the computer since we're also streaming, but that'll be fine. We'll be fine. Quick, open your wallet so the Steam come back online. Everybody, quick, buy something you'll never play on Steam or else it won't reboot. It's just like fucking Peter Pan. You clap and the thing gets its wings back. If it's not Professor Pone. Hey, Prof P. I don't really understand the point of doing this, so I'm just going to press auto deploy. Okay. By the way, Emery, this is the new one of the new places you guys have just finished. That happens. People really want to get in that door, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I found the way to fix it is just having these guys walk away. So I don't have any kind of range capabilities here. I'm going to, pretty much just be waiting for them to storm the walls, which is kind of cool. Privyet to you as well, Bratan. Which, I mean, this is... I unfortunately don't have the mod, the camera mod, so I can really watch what's going on. But we'll still have some fun, don't worry. Okay, so now they should kind of go back in place probably a little bit better. Hey, Carnage, how many hours do you have into the game? Yeah, guys, shoot those damn arrows. Oh! Don't worry, I'll use these Merlins to defend myself. I got some pretty cool pictures of me doing this siege during the testing video, which I'm gonna share probably on one of my thumbnails. But as these trebuchets get going, like, watch this shit. Like, I mean, that looks really epic when you see it, like, kind of up close and personal. Yeah, I mean, like, I still have fun with it. I think a lot of people that are complaining about, like, hey, you know, the game's, like, feature bare and stuff like that, and, oh. And, I mean, I agree. There are definitely a lot of things that I want them to fix and add to the game. But this is coming from someone with over 400 hours into the game. On an early access title. I understand people say, like, oh, you know, it's been in development for 10 years. Yeah, it's gone through lots of different developmental changes, though, in those 10 years. So, I understand the frustrations because I share them. I want things to be different. I want things to be better. Or I want things to work a little bit cooler here and there. But I also understand that, like, it's going to take time. And to have 300 or 400 hours in an early access game and still enjoy it is absurd. I don't know many games like that. Okay. This is what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and hide this. Go over here. So here's what I've noticed. Until that little bridge at the top drops, this happens. They'll all go up one ladder. Once the little bridge at the top drops, as you can see over here, they will use all three of the ladders. A lot of people have been complaining, like, they don't use the ladders. They use the ladders in the siege towers. It just seems to be dependent upon the placement of that bridge. So, Emery, I'm not sure if that helps you guys internally or not, but in the 2 or 3 times I've done this exact same map, which I think is the one that's most recently been updated, because it says the settlements at tier 3 have all been updated. It seems to be, hey, as soon as that happens, as soon as that little drawbridge at the top drops down, they will use all 3. So you keep watching. They're clumped up at the bottom there. They're starting to use the second one, I can see. Okay, now the drawbridge is dropped. See, they kind of break away from this over here. They kind of, like, scatter back away from the they stop trying to slam themselves up the ladders as soon as that drawbridge drops, and they kind of, like, dissipate around. Damn right, my troops will descend that ladder. They know what to do. They're hungry for blood. We're Sturgians, Alphix. What am I doing? This button. They also knocked down. Oh. Uh-oh. Did this get broken? No, they just went through it. And so another thing that was fixed is, oops, they will now go through the second gate here. They won't just kind of get stuck. So, again, just showing those things off. Looks like they'll probably start using now. See, they're already started to use the second ladder here because this drawbridge just dropped. And again, let's go get involved in this fight over here. But again, they're using all 3 of these ladders. But just to kind of show that off. Oh, that didn't look... Oh! Dude, oh my god. Pila being thrown over here. Let us go axe them, brothers. Go ask them a question or two. That's not where I want to go. How do I get over there? This tower is, like, secluded on its own. I'm holding down shift like I'm gonna sprint, and that's not how this game works, so I gotta calm down. I've been playing too much Hunt Showdown with Indie Pride. To the walls! Avenge me, battle brother! Let me in! I have an axe! Just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. Let me in. Alright, come on. Let me reach over that and hit someone. You guys waiting for nothing. Aha! Wait for this! Oh, man. No, come back. I was just having fun. Does anyone ever have the sudden urge to want to play Pokemon Go? That's just me. King of Jizzle, how are you doing, dude? You might have to go to the gate to really get some fun going. Oh, that's looking pretty brutal, actually. I gotta be careful. Oh, they're pushing it back. I can't get too involved in it because it's like as soon as I get forward with my axe held up, I'll just get cut down. That's right, push back. I think I'm doing damage to the tower itself, I am. I think they do Owen if you put them into shield wall. I mean, they should. Aha. I'll just keep breaking the siege tower down. Aha! My lack of shield will make this a very... Where is the shield? There's a shield around here somewhere. The tower at the wall? What happens if I do that? I don't know. Let's find out. Never done it. I'm good, Rainmar. How are you, man? This seems like a really shitty decision to do, but I really want to see what happens. Battle size, max. Ronnie. Oh! Merlin just got destroyed. Unfortunately, I might have stacked my army a little too high. Control K? Not doing anything, Emery. I know, right? That's what I thought, Gallahan. What's going on? Oh, I think reinforcements are coming in. Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. And here it goes. Okay, here it goes. Alright, maybe not. Alright, maybe so. This one? Aha! Well, it would appear we did a sortie. Alright, so we definitely had... We were stacked too hard there. So let's kind of like lower our units a little bit. And let's go with a different map. Because... Let's try... Until the Strigians invented golf. We'll defend as Volandia. not gonna play Gaston over here. I eat 1,200 dozen eggs a day. That's not gonna do it for me. Elephant, I suppose. I have it enabled now, Emery, but maybe it doesn't work in custom battle? Do towns and castles have keep battles? Castles and settlements. Bastion. Not villages. Maybe we'll do... Maybe I'll attack. I'll try attacking this time. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to actually do anything with this. We'll do 300 against 500 maybe? I mean, because 500 on 500 is not like a fair... It's not a fun fight. Okay, I'll see if I can turn it on. Ooh. There we go. Let's do Londian Sergeants and... No, Volgiers. Sounds fun. Do 60 of them. Oh, Zanctus, how is it? Is it good? I really want to watch it. Do 70-30. It's the same thing. Here we go. I think I have 500. 500, right? Oops. A lot of troops. Wow, I look absurd with that helmet on. Okay, yeah, Control K worked. I just didn't have it on. You're right. By the way, if you've never used Siege equipment, you absolutely must. It is so fun. Oh, I want to be this guy right here. Ananda, what's up? So I already did one and we showed off the towers working, or the siege towers working. So we're testing, we tested a Stygian settlement, which just kind of got reworked. So we're testing now a, what the hell is this place called? Ovlandian Castle. I want to shoot it. Let me shoot it. Let me shoot it. Damn it. Fine. Just do whatever you want. Have all the fun without me. No! Quickly! I have something to show you. Oh, that actually did damage to the mangonel. Whoops. I should just leave this... I should leave this to their own. I have not seen the Warlord with Charlton Heston. I think they're looking pretty spicy over here, though. Yeah, 500 versus 300. I mean, it is a siege. 500 versus 250? My bad. This is really not going to go well for them. There's no keep battles in custom battle, unfortunately. I wish that there was. Jackie Fish! What's up, dude? I mean, they're kind of. So we're testing a bunch of different siege maps to see which ones work a little bit better. It looks like, so far, the Stygian ones, since those got the pass and the patch notes, those seem to have all the siege towers working as intended. And from what I've seen, it's the siege tower only works with one ladder while the drawbridge is up. As soon as the drawbridge drops, all three ladders become full use to the AI. Okay, so let's see right here. This is gonna reach the walls. They're gonna climb one ladder, maybe three. Oh, hey, there you go. Here's all 3 right now. And to be fair, Tall VL got a rework in 1.59, I think, or 5.10. You bros look great. All of you. My mustard soldiers. Alright, so 1... Okay, using 2 ladders. These guys in a little precarious of a position. Let's put you... so let's do this. Shield wall. Oh, shield wall seems to have that effect. I mean, Chris, I don't know how you got that from what I just showed you, but... No? All 3 ladders working there. Line. Interesting. So yeah, it does. It seems that they work. Like all 3 are going up. It just seems to be getting a foothold on those are pretty... It's pretty challenging. Oh, but we've already breached, though. Yeah, and it seems to, like... Depending on the formation they're in down here... I mean, you can see now they're all 3 going up. It just depends, like... what formation they're in. Because I had them in shield wall... and they weren't using it properly. When I put them back into line formation, they used it better. Hey man, sometimes you gotta go up, you gotta go down a ladder, go up a ladder. It's a life lesson for us, Flesson. That might have to do, Flesson. That might be because we breached the inner walls. I bet you there's some sort of like, well, it's the path of least resistance. Yeah, Chris, I'll do a siege testing video overall. I mean, yeah, here I'll do everything charged and see what happens. But I mean, we pretty much won the siege. Okay, let's try a different one. Maybe we'll try a different scene level too. So scene levels means level 3 castle. Let's do level 2. And I don't know if... Let's do Lellenhen. Lellenhen. Ania, we'll put this up. And I will be this guy, so I can use a bow. You just do a custom battle, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do the siege battles. Let me tone my side down to like 400. Oh, well, there should be like 400. It's like technically you're supposed to have less men in a siege, defending a siege than an attacking. Yeah, 100% Flesson. That's what I think. I think that once they break the second wall, or break the second gate, it causes that. So let's do this again. It's simple. Let's just kind of go right at it. David B, don't worry, man. I got some CK3 streams planned. Gonna do like a Reform Rome stream. I'm just waiting to hear more about Royal Courts, man. I really want that. So let's take... You guys want me to do a night fight? I can do a night fight. I don't know how hectic it'll be on the computer, but it should be fun. You guys enjoying this? Like this whole process of testing things together? I figured this would be kind of fun as a way for people to actively see how things are going with the patch, rather than me releasing a video, which can really look curated, right? Like the video can look like, hey, this is the best possible way of looking at it. Okay. This might be a little more crazy on my GPU, so we'll see what happens. This is just straight up an archer. This thing's kind of a shit show, dude. Look at this. Dude, in all honesty, like, let me just say, yes, we know there are plenty of issues with the sieges. But let me just, like, if you just, like, take a look at the sieges, they're a lot of fun. Like when you watch like these like fireballs go back and forth with the siege towers moving up, like it looks great. Dude, oh my god. They're just getting ripped apart. Look at this. The defenders killed 24 people, but has lost 50. Oh! Just missed. Alright, so siege towers are coming up. Definitely will be a situation where playing as the actual siege engine, or the player character using the siege engines, probably pretty advantageous if you're on the defense to destroy the towers before they even get to the wall. What's the tower health right now? Can't say. Whirlwind, we were trying to do that, but unfortunately I was running into a lot of crashes on the campaign map because of something with one of my mods that I've shut off, but it still seems to be an issue. And I really don't want to rebuild a campaign in the middle of the stream, so we might try it at the very end. These throwing axes all over the place. Look at this. That's gonna come right out of my security deposit for sure. There's one wall there. Second thing there. Or, one gate there. Okay, so the first one's here. Let's see what they do. This is this group. Oops. Okay. Alright, using two. Using all three. Cool. All three ladders used. Two ladders in use. One guy going right back down. Okay, so the gate was just breached over here. And you can see some of them are actually trying to use that gate. So I'm just going to press charge and see what happens. Yeah, because I think they're looking at that's the path of least resistance. This has got a certain level of... This has got a very large amount of opposition. And some are filtering over here. These guys, though, seem to be okay with marching up this ladder. I mean, it's really awesome when you have, like, the siege towers mounting the walls, and you get, like, a real good, like, blast of, like, a ballista into the wall still. It looks really sick. Oh, dude, they have marched out. Aha! Man, if that hit someone, that would have been incredible. Who's fleeing? Why would you flee? We're winning. Oh! What are the chances? What are the chances of that happening? Like as soon as I walked out from cover. What are the chances? I can't issue orders, that's right. Well, now there's no commander, so they're just gonna kind of get killed. Yeah, so this is definitely one where there's now a hole in the second gate, and they're not using it. Hypixel noob, you will have a great time, dude. Anyone who currently is complaining about the game has been playing it for a considerable amount of time. I think if you're brand new, there is tons of stuff to get into with the game. Yeah, it seems like they're having a hard time deciding between going through that gate or mounting this wall, and they're going back and forth. Like, watch, the right side goes up, gets pushed to the left, and then goes back down. See? It like that guy just goes like, Flavius, what's up, man? Have fun storming the castle. Damn birch trees, dude. Now we're in the thick of it over here, though. Marcello, what's up, man? We're just barely holding on. No! Tommy, leave. Don't do it. The courthouse can wait. Legal matters are not... Oh! Well, yeah, on that note, I think I would retreat too. I would absolutely retreat. Okay. So we saw that the Battanian Castle level 2 did not go well. Now, I don't know if it's relegated to the level of the castle or if it's the actual map itself. So let's test this and just go up to scene level 3. Just do the exact same thing. Stannis, from what I understand, we will have the ability to place things around in here as we see fit in the future. Like on all battles and everything. We can already kind of do it right now, but... Okay.
I'm in command! Take charge!
Oh god, no. That would have hit me! That would have fucking hit me again! I'm getting back here, man. If I'm testing, I'm getting in the boonies. Those things are hunting me. Okay, so this is now a tier 3 castle. As you can see, it's all stonework. It's not a bunch of wood. Oh, dude, that one guy just got nailed. Dude, Emery, you gotta talk to someone about this. These siege projectiles are merciless. Teleport the player while in free cam. What? X? Oh! No. The farce, a ruse! Saladin, how do you not have a fucking imagination? That's why I'm the Italian Spartacus. God, dude, just... Leading from the rear. Man, I love that. Dickhead. I always find that really funny though. People are like, you know Spartacus was Greek, right? I'm like, well, he was Thracian, for one. And yes, that's why it's the Italian Spartacus. And it's also just a fun joke. I just wrote this letter to my wife. Please, please, it's a letter. That's what I mean is like seeing how, like, stuff like that, like you get all like the crumble down and everything, like it looks really great. Once sieges really get a lot of like the bugs worked out of them, I think they'll be really cool. And I don't know if you can answer this, Emery, but at one point will we be able to see siege towers with different aesthetics on them? Like, hey, here's a siege tower level 1 looks like this, but level 2 maybe it has pelts on the front of it, stuff like that. So interestingly enough, this is also something I've noticed is that this specific castle on tier 3, it has issues with the soldiers mounting the walls to act defensively. Just like, okay, so this pocket of soldiers right here, they seem to be down there rather than on the walls because there seems to be a pathing issue. So again, as you can see, now they're starting to march up over here. I don't know if that is working as intended, but I've played this map a couple times and they were having a lot of issues. Okay, using all 3 ladders right now. Yeah, it seems to be this right tower is the jankety one. And they broke through this gate. Maybe, Jim. Maybe. Okay, John. I just had noticed that in the past, like, they kind of got a little janked up around here. Okay, so this Battanian one seems to be really plays a lot of havoc on the siege towers. And I don't know if it's really, again, I don't know if it's relegated to the status of these doors. It seems that as soon as this first one breaks open, they go down the wall. We can check Tial. Do you want to check Tial, Alfix? No, I'm kind of... Are these Oathsworn? These picked heroes are just making short work of the sergeants. It's kind of impressive. That guy just fell to his doom. I mean, I think this is some of my favorite stuff, is like when you get the people dying and just falling off here. Like, that looks like... Oh, dude. Oh. Like, imagine, like, okay, I'm not going up that... Like, I wouldn't go up that ladder either. People were like, oh, the ladders aren't working as intended. I was like, you mount a fucking siege tower when your friend just fell down next to you. This one over here seems to be working again a little bit better. It's pretty interesting. Tommy Gid, it just depends, it seems, on what siege you're doing. And a lot of them have gotten passes more recently than others. So, for example, yeah, Zenctus, we're going to get a note from Tailworld that says, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. The siege towers are working as intended. People are genuinely afraid to go up the ladders. This is what's going to happen. It seems to be relegated to... The Sturgian ones seem to work very well, and the newly revised Vlandian ones seem to work very well. This is a Battanian one, and I know it wasn't recently revised that I can remember, and it does not seem to be doing very well. Yeah, so it pretty much just seems, I mean, and I've always kind of said this, it's relegated to the nav mesh, and I don't even know what the hell that really means, but I know what it means in a loose formal way. But the newer castles all seem to be working fine. All the older stuff, not so much. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's going on? This also seems to happen too, Emery. Whoa, did you say I launch? Dude. Woo. You got launched over the wall by something. I'll notice that towards the end of sieges, there seems to be some random stuttering. I don't know if the game's trying to pull in reinforcements that don't exist or what, but I don't know if it's custom battle only. We've done it. We won this one. So here's what we discovered here in the Tier 3. In Tier 3, both the left and the right towers worked better than they did at Tier 2. Tier 2, we saw the right tower being almost completely ineffective. And the left tower would result in them just getting butchered. But they kept using it, sparingly, but they kept using it. The right tower, they would go up, filter to the left one, and then go back down. And they weren't assaulting the breached gates of both the outer and inner, or inner and outer gates. So Tier 3 seems to be working better. A little jankety, but working better. So let's check out Khazate and the Empire and Asarai. We have not checked out those yet. A win! A palpable win. So what? What's this one? And we have not done a tier 1 yet. So let's check tier 1. I want to change up who we are. Let's go with, we'll make them Asarai because it's kind of fun and thematic. And we'll pop this up to afternoon. When we do the Khazate one, we'll do a winter. Should be kind of cool. No, Emery, you just kind of missed my summarization of the of that castle. Same thing. Oh, I should change the guy. That's all right. Okay, so this is a tier 1 tower at town, and this one I've noticed is always a little crazy. What is it to warp? Control X? I'm getting in cover first before I do any of this crap. The meager cover I can find. Don't shoot me. Give me just 1 second, guys. I have to pee real bad. Alright, let's get back in it. Mix some things up over here. Federico, it just depends on what you're attacking. What we've determined so far is that Batania seems to be not as awesome. Sturgia seems to be okay, and Blondia seems to be okay. But we're testing Aserai right now. Uh-oh, well, that's gonna hit me. That's coming right for me. That's real close to me. That's coming in. That's definitely going in. That's definitely me. Oof. It's getting real spicy. What was the warp button again? Isn't it Control X? Dude, look at it. Look at it. Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, this feels real nice. This feels real nice. Oh! Alright, those towers are almost at the gates, and we'll check them all out in a second here. Alt-X, Alt-X. Okay, 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 okay. Over here, over here. Oh, that projectile's coming in. Oh, whew! That wouldn't have hit. We're fine. You're fine right here. Alright, first one's coming up to the wall. This one I've seen in the past has always had a lot of issues, so we'll see if that's been fixed. How's the other one doing? Just about there. Oh! That's not good. That guy's in the head, dude. Now this is a tier 1, so this isn't actually using a wall. Alright, using ladders. It's just a ramp. So the ramps work just fine, it looks like. And we'll, again, we're going to test this on a tier 3 right after it. So ramps are working as intended. I thought that this would work, but just to check it out. Every experiment needs a control, goddammit. Dude, oh my god. Throwing, Flavius. I've gotten throwing experience from using one. And these guys are using their shields as... Look at these. This is a cool looking scheme. We're actually really beat up. Like, I don't think we can win this. Like, we've lost almost half of our entire army. Have we got a donation? Paris is heading out. Well, thank you very much, though, dude. Appreciate the donation, Paris. The $15 in total. Oh, and also, Axios, I didn't even see your donation 30 minutes ago. First time catching your stream. Thank you for all your hard work. Well, thank you very much for watching, my guy. Paris, I hope to see you on our CK3 streams we'll be doing here soon. And we also have our Troy stream on Saturday, so make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. Do you guys want me to check tier 2 and tier 3 or just tier 3? I'm fine with either one, bros. I mean, kind of look at this as a time to use me to do the testing that you would want to check or stuff like that. Like, I'm totally fine. Just, dude, look at this. Okay, we'll do both. We'll do both. I'm fine with that. Oh my god. This is wild. Just like trying to push through. So tier 1 successfully repelled for the most part is what it looks like. Unless I somehow beat this. I mean, look, Our army just getting beat up. Hey, it's me. Yeah. This is like a Metallica concert. I don't see many performance issues, Jen, so I'm not really fair to ask that question too, unfortunately. Oh, look at our little camp over here. Wait a minute. If there's a progression to eventually, like, okay, once the besieged wins the siege, do they do a sortie out to the camp? Because that would be really cool. Okay, so now let's test. Just move right up to tier 2. Jump right on back in. Auto deploy and begin. Easy, bros. Oh, this is also a pretty cool little scheme. I will say this is one of the more punishing castles from my experience. It's such a long way up to the gates, up to the... Don't hit me. Up to the walls on both sides. There's plenty of ways to get killed. Like, it's just a brutal siege to do. You know, I shouldn't be so courageous here. Sturgian Heavy Axemen are probably my favorite top tier infantry, but I think the best are sergeants because of their armor loadout and their weaponry. They have they can threaten a wide range of other units, and they seem to be very well equipped for things. Defensively, the Legionaries are the best because they have the highest defense. Although Khazate Darkhan used to be very good, they were kind of got curved back with some of their equipment changes. Tiers 1, 2, and 3, Federico, they have better and higher walls. More hard points on those walls too for siege weapons, I believe. I don't know if that's 100% true. All right. How's this one doing? So GTA FBI, I have a whole bunch of videos that kind of go over cross comparison of all those units, taking a look at their armor, and the sergeant actually has solid armor. This is just custom battle, Zakif. Alright, so we're just using one of the ladders. The drawbridge is still up though, so let's see if that affects things. It seemed to be just, like, they can't quite navigate getting around themselves. Okay, now as soon as that drawbridge opens, it changes the dynamic of this, like, whole unit. Okay, so using all three. Try loose? Okay, let's try it, Martin. Let's try a loose formation. Well, they're now using all three, right before I press loose. But I did turn them into loose, and now they're using three a little bit more succinctly, I suppose. So they're using all three. It took the left one a little more time to get into a formation like this that was using 3 properly. The right one immediately got into 3. And yeah, Tony, I totally agree with you. That's another good point. The drawbridge should not drop down until the top is full with troops. Because then this is what happens. They just march to the top and get killed. March to the top and get killed. March to the top and get killed. Some towers don't have a roof on them. Some do. I wonder what determines that. Yeah, like, so they're using all 3, but they're just getting killed. And we're finally broke through the wall over here for the gate. And we're making way better progress on this tower. Yeah, the left tower as a whole. So, okay, backing this up. The left tower as a whole performs way better than the right tower. The right tower, it was having... Okay, reset. The left tower as a whole performs better in actually getting on the wall, but it did not use all 3 ladders at first. There seemed to have been an initial pathing issue. We did set the formation to loose, and that might have fixed it, but it also they were using the 3 right around the same time, so it's hard to know. The right tower was always using 3, but as you can see, they're just getting pushed off, they're getting knocked down, they're not really using the tower properly. And now they're really starting to get a foothold on there. Now they're pushing in. Okay, so tier 2, they could not repel. The right tower was not in loose formation, and the right tower, Martin, was working as intended the whole time. So again, left tower had to be switched to loose formation in order for them to stop blobbing, but again, they started using those 3 ladders right at the same time we did that, so hard to control. The inner castle door was breached, and they maintained use of the towers. They didn't pull off the tower and try and pull through the bottom. And then the right tower always used all 3 ladders, but struggled to really get a foothold on the wall until enough units were killed. Okay. It's me, your friend. Don't flee! It just makes me chase harder. Vitse, what's up, dude? Okay. And now let's jump into tier 3. I wish I could just fast forward that beginning portion. It's impossible to have any control over the troops if you're a part of the army. Very true. So that's why we're trying to like kind of essentially find out what the fuck? What things are causing these little things here and there. Damn it, Bortukali, you're not wrong, dude. How are you? How are you, Bortukali? I might have to go into sitting mode. My legs feeling a little tension. Oh. Like. You can take the cyanide pill with F3 and fast forward. Yeah, but I don't know if that affects my ability to control the fight. Emery. Well, I know it affects my ability to control the fight. I want to be able to tweak with formations and see how things go. We'll just kind of keep the camera here as things move up. I'm going to stretch this over here so I don't lock up. Like 3 weeks ago, I hurt my, I tweaked something in my VMO when I was squatting. And I've been kind of like rehabbing it and rebuilding. I found that I have a lot of like deficiencies in my glute on my right side and a lot of tightness in my left hamstring. Also, my left, I have a scapular wing on my left side. So all these things in conjunction have like led to, on my right foot, it sweeps out when I squat because there's torsion going this way. So these are the fun things that you do when you compete in Olympic weightlifting. You have to constantly tweak stuff. No Olympics for you, Neb. Hell no, man. Have you guys seen the Italian Olympic team, though? They're all beautiful. Including Nino Pizzarotto, who just won the bronze. Good for him, dude. Good for him. Were you the guy from Georgia? Just too strong, man. You only pop those biceps and hamstrings. No. I've spent enough time around strongmen and Martines and all that to know exactly what they have to deal with and do at every competition, and no thanks, man. Alright, we got them using... See, same thing here. Now let's put them into loose. We put them into loose. And the drawbridge is now down. No mods, Monkey King. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're in loose or line, it looks like. Putting them back into line. Oh! Yo! Boop. So now we're using all of them. The right side should be just fine. We'll go check that out. Yeah, using all three ladders. Going up and down awkwardly. So actually, Gyro, it sounds like you just joined the stream. It has not been same old broken thing. In fact, we found out that specific maps, depending upon whether or not they've gotten a patch and an update to their nav mesh, determines whether or not they properly use siege equipment and navigate around siege equipment. That seems to be the biggest thing. Is they're not using the ladders because they're having a problem with the ladders. They're not using the ladders because they have a problem with the bottom of the siege engine. So tier 3 seems to really be buggy in the asteroid. Tier 2, not so many issues. Tier 1, they just were getting killed on the way up there. But they're using all three when they can on this left side. And they're using all three on the right side. They're just also getting completely chopped up. They've broken through the center. And the center is really getting eaten up. Oh! Did you check out The Rock's new movie? It's called Smash Fuck. Well, here. I'm now dead. Let's see how it goes. Look at those javelins going on. Man, they're doing a little sortie. They're coming down the ladder, which is what I would not recommend. We can see that the defenders use the ladders perfectly. So really the biggest problem with the siege engines, the siege towers, is not the usage of the towers. It's not the usage of the ladders. It's the behavior at the bottom and at the top of the tower. At the bottom they clump up. At the top they don't. So because they don't actually get to the top in one whole group before that drawbridge drops, it forces the entire unit to just be going up piecemeal, getting killed. Right side's getting completely repelled. Center is completely repelled. I mean, they're also, their morale's shattered, so. Alright, so. The consensus is the tier 1 was successfully repelled by the defender, no issues with pathing or anything. Tier 2, successfully sieged by the attacker. Tier 3, successfully repelled by the defenders, but that is mainly because of issues with pathing on both of the towers. The left tower had the same problem with congregating at the bottom, only using a small amount of the actual towers or the ladders themselves until using all three. The right one used all three the entire time, but it couldn't actually get a foothold because of the issue that we're running into where they don't actually stop at the top. Oh, look at him, dude. He's like, yes, I left the pit. I left the pit. Dude, I've never seen that. That's a great little victory thing.
We whipped the bastard!
Falls to his knees? Damn.
Look at them run!
Okay, so let's now switch. We've got two more to test. We'll do Empire and we will do... So I said we do Winter. We'll do that. We'll do Noon in the Winter. My mother has a lovely grove. Peas grow there. Yeah, you know, Flavius, when they were coming down, they were actually kind of getting shot to shit. And it's worth noting that I'm, as the attacker, using tier 5 against their tier 4s. I'm intentionally doing that. In fact, I actually want to see how this works with me using legionaries rather than veteran infantrymen to see if that defense really kind of gives us a boost, Amante. Go back to the main menu and open up again? Okay. We shall do that. I did, Semper. So this is a settlement. Should I not do a settlement? Hey, the mic on the mic. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for becoming a new member of the channel. Guys, I cannot tell you how much members help me out. Like, it's basically saying like, hey, here's dependable income every month. So it makes it a lot easier on me to not have to like just constantly put out videos no matter what. It is so huge. So thank you very much, Mike. I really appreciate it, man. Really, really appreciate it. 3070 and I want 40. I want you to be this and okay, I want a better I guess we'll do a settlement again. Okay, is Hakken, is that a Khazate castle? If you want more content, don't become in. That's not how it works, Martin. There's such a thing as burnout, and members prevent me from hitting burnout. Because every day I wake up, I look at the projected income from my channel. And that changes on like a 6-hour basis. So it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So if I have a strong baseline from membership, I know I have like a lot more reliable income, so it helps me out mentally. I don't remember what a castle is for them. I think Ustakol is a castle. Is it an Asarai castle? I'm not Asarai. I'm sorry. Khazate castle. Maybe Takor is. No, I think Takor is Sturgian. It's bad that I can never remember the Khazate castles, because it's like I'm always like on the offensive as Khazate. I mean, we could do Balticand. Oh, Smira Castle? Okay, cool. Winter afternoon. We'll just do high noon. We'll just kind of keep everything as we've been doing it. Commander. No, I want to be the attacker. No, I'm not a UI developer. I am not a UI developer. Wouldn't that be great if I was? Emery is a UI developer. Ooh. Well. Maybe you should not have gone with... I can't deal with that. That's not gonna happen. Evening it is. That was a little too much for me. That's good. See, that's a nice... I can have that. We can do that. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, we're at scene level 1. I had to make sure we're on scene level 1. Snow in the steppes? Yeah, Flavius. Northern portion of the steppes? Snow. Balticand is like almost entirely covered in snow. Yeah, man, that was too pure white. That was not going to be fun for anyone. Okay. This will be an interesting one. I think I've done this castle siege a couple times, and it's kind of brutal. Because the hard points, like, are really not that, like, oof, dude, like, look at the siege tower is getting, or the battering ram is getting beat up. I'll be surprised if this thing actually makes it up here. Yeah. Oof, dude, I don't think this is gonna make it. Because the hard points to actually assault this thing are so... Damn, dude. That killed so many soldiers. The M beats. We are sieging a tower. We're doing some siege testing with the new Bannerlord patch. It's cool too because it's like there's a lot of like snow on this when they hit, like the dust, rather than being like brown, it's got like obviously snow sloughing off of it and everything. Imagine being this guy. Yeah, go up there and place these logs. Oh, well, what if I get shot at? What if you get shot at? Go place the logs. Sadriel, I still think there's a couple little tweaks and quirks that if you are currently working on a campaign, 1.6.1, you can wait until it goes into main branch. If you are desperate to want to see and test a lot of the siege stuff and keep battles, then jump into it. But I don't think that 1.61 is a crucial patch like some of the other ones have been. There's not a huge... If you were dealing with memory issues on the menu, then maybe yes it is. But if you weren't dealing with those issues, I would say hold on. I'll pay you 7 days of dinar to ask questions. Mike on the mic, I'll give you... So I applied to Creative Assembly, and I made it through Creative Assembly's whole hiring process, and they offered me the job, and part of the job offer was, yo, that guy got launched off of that up there, was they were going to help me move into the country. So I don't know if Tail Worlds does that, but I would assume that they do. Callum, the dude in charge of community, is from the UK. So I didn't ask him if they moved him, but he lives in Turkey now, so. Alright, so using 2 of the ladders. Again, see, we're gonna have the same problem happen. As soon as they touch up here, drawbridge goes down with 1 person. Oh dude, look at these horse hairs. And murder. But okay, they're using all 3. All 3 ladders are in use on the right side. The left one hasn't even gone up yet. Dude, they are just getting filled with arrows. Look at this. This is brutal. Yeah, the battering ram like skimped through, man. Look at that, Maxis. Alright, so this is a tier 1 gate or tower, so they're just gonna run up this way. Historical Femby, it sounds like this is your first time, or this is the point which you just jumped into the stream. Jesus Christ. We've discovered that it depends on the map. The maps where the castles or the settlements haven't been given an update to their nav mesh, they seem to have pathing issues. But when we looked at Sturgia and Volandia, both of which have had passes in more recent patches, last patch and just a little bit ago, I think 159 for Volandia, things seem to be okay. So they've broken open the front gate. They're pouring into that. Alright, so Tier 1 was not successfully repelled, as we can clearly see. And in part, I think, is this thing. Like, that thing is so strong. The ramp is so clutch. The tower on the right... So they used all 3. It came in down to the same issue, though. As soon as 1 person hit, the drawbridge dropped, and then the rest were started to get massacred. Yeah, some guys were going up and then just going right back down. And I don't know if that was because of the perceived threat at the top. Like, I don't know what makes them go back up and down this. And I think it's relegated to something to, like, they're trying to keep a level of distance. One thing I've noticed is that the Z-axis tends to really fuck with the nav mesh in Bannerlord. An example of that being very evident would be horse archers. Horse archers do not deal with landscape like this very well because the nav mesh doesn't take the Z-axis into proper consideration, and they'll get caught up on stuff like this and then just get butchered. Otherwise, they'll do the constant 360 degree Cantabrian circle where they constantly shoot and shooting off to the left. But with certain hills and certain little rocky outcroppings, they can get stuck on them because they don't register at 100%. And maybe that's what's happening here with the siege towers. Okay, so this one, success. Oh. The front gate did not work out. Oh. Where's the rest of the troops? Hey, how are things going up here? Things going okay? Things going alright? Things going... Ha-ha! Yeah, 100% Portucali. W, it depends on the culture in which you are doing the attack on. Don't shoot at me, that's rude. I'll shoot back. No. Oh! I've been surrounded. Been bamboozled. Where are my men? I'm cornered. So I guess tier 1 actually... Something happened over here, and it kind of just hung out. Okay. Let's jump into tier 2 and see what happens here. Yeah, so W, it depends upon what culture's castle you're attacking. I got navved, bro. Got navved so hard. So higher walls. Now we've got 2 full siege towers. Looks like actually we've got the top siege. So this is the tier 3 siege tower. You can tell it's bigger than that one over there. That's the tier 2 one. It's not far off though, Ivan. So again, just to summarize, like I've been doing plenty of times here, Sturgia, Volandia seem to be running, I would say, 80-90%. Very little issue. Things seem to be working like somewhat clockwork. They have a certain set parameter. Those things hit. Those things, the ladders are working properly. All 3. It is worth mentioning that of all the cultural maps, all 3 ladders are now being used. They're not just using one. The problem is that they're getting stuck at the bottom or at the top of the ladders, and they're not properly utilizing the ladders as a whole, just because, like I said, they're coagulating at the bottom for, say, Asterai. Asterai's left siege tower wasn't working great. The right tower, working just fine. Now that we're into Khazate, we can see that Khazate has had some... Britannia also had a lot of issues with tier 2. Tier 2 for some reason, they wouldn't stay on the towers. They would try to go through the gate. They would sometimes use the towers. They would go on and off the towers. It was weird. Tier 3, no, not that many issues. Tier 3 went as planned. So far now with Khazate, tier 1 was a little jankety, and I think it might have been because of an issue with this right tower, and also the pathing on the right side. Things for some reason all stopped and got like hung up on the right side of the map, even though there was very little left on the map. Wait a minute. Oh, dude, look at this. RAM just got completely destroyed this time around. Alright, so it looks like it's going to come down to just these 2 siege towers. This is going to be spicy. Because they won't go hand attack that gate. I got a new water bottle. It's huge, so I don't run out of water in the middle of streams. Oof. Those guys took that to the face. Now, I'm going to assume this is going to be even worse. The gate ramming's fine. They now will break open the inner gate as possible. I think that without that ram, this is not going to work. I think that they're going to get stuck on the towers. I mean, I could switch over to here. Here, let's see what we can do. Let me in this. Let me in this. Let me in this, bro. How do I command it? Why won't I can command all the other ones just fine, but for some reason I can't command this guy. Oh, okay. Damn it. No, move away. Move away. You've had your turn. Yeah, that is not the case anymore. Did you load the boulder? I don't know where that's going to land. I have no idea where that landed. Alright, someone else is going to have to do this. I've never done a trebuchet. We have to check on these gates. Okay, so only... Well, they've actually... Oh, okay. Interesting. So this left one's working really well. They're getting up there. Only using 2 of these so far. Only using 1 of these so far. Okay, now they're using all 3. Yeah, W, it just depends, bro. I definitely think that sieges are in a better place, for sure. Yeah, it seems like they're just kind of like... It seems they're trying to use this rightmost one. And the reason they're using the other ones is because... So, let's see these guys going down try to use the right ladder. Go! That thing just got crumbled. No. Yeah, so this is going to be a failure. Let's go 3. Yeah, it just without that siege, without that battering ram, they just couldn't even take it. They couldn't even do anything. So tier 2 completely repelled, and I think it mainly had to do with that battering ram more than anything. But even when they got those towers to the wall, they just couldn't do anything. They were using one of them, wasn't going off well. So we'll do this one, and then we will do our last one with the Empire and make our grand conclusion. Oh, that lower the enemy level to level 2? What? Why? Oh, tier 2 units? Dude, why is this siege, this ram starts so far back, man? So I guess that's a big thing here is these siege engines on this location and on the Asarai castle were so far back that you lost a lot of the army just marching up. Haven't tried keep battles yet, Bortu. I was having a problem with the campaign map. Crashing every time I did anything. Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm using tier 5 troops. So, it's gotta be some sort of balance. Yeah, I know, Jay Abbott, but... And I understand it's gotta be built out of range. But, in the other maps... That took 2 shots and blew up. That was it. That only took 2 shots. Well, that's kind of crappy. Well, I mean, the tier 1 one was taking tons of shots. I think it maybe even took 1 shot, Maxis's. It ain't Grand. I mean, the tier 1 one took a lot of hits. Yeah, the tier 1 version of this map took a lot of hits and was totally fine. Oh wait, cause 8. It's pretty cool at tier 3. Yeah, so what happens when I have 521 engineering, damn it. Okay, so both towers are obviously going to make it there. Let's see what happens here. Grand. Grand. I mean, a lot of sources point towards Roman legionnaires having very strong bodies, so I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh! You have to consider, man, that like we always think of like, oh yeah, people in antiquity had to be like sickly and stuff like that because of the lack of access to proteins and such. No. Your body, like the bodies of these people had to have taken on large loads, like large manual loads. So I would think that most people of antiquity, they weren't freakish huge, like roided up freaks, but I think a lot of people in antiquity had very low body fat, and I think they had more strength than people I think about on. Oof. Look at that. Wiry strength is probably a good way of putting it, Colin. Very good way of putting it. Very functional, applicable strength. Yeah, so towers on Asarai seem to be the worst of everything we've seen so far. Oh, the Greeks had a really cool diet. Yeah, let's have Well, it's hard to tell it's hard to tell them to hold fire because they're intermixed. Large manual loads, huh? Game hub. I mean, they mounted a little bit, but yeah. So, of all of the locations we've seen so far, Kazate seems to have the biggest issues. So if I had to rate everything, I'd say Sturgia, give it a 5. I mean, you know what? I don't think anything can get a 5. Nothing can get a 5 because everything still had a little bit of errors here and there. So let's say 4 is probably 4 is probably the best we can get. Although, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Sturgia was pretty clockwork. Sturgia worked really well. And it just got an update. So 4.5 here. 4.5 here for Sturgia. 4 for Volandia. Easily. For Britannia, I would still give that like a 3.5. It worked better in some tiers than others, but for the most part, the siege went off like it should have. Dude, look at that. I mean, like, yeah, they're using all 3 ladders, but they're just getting plucked apart down over here. Yeah, 0 to 1 for this. Aserai, I would give... Aserai, I'd actually give it 3.5 or 4. Not like this, Andrew. Not like this. Nowhere near like this. So yeah, this was... Kazate was the worst, hands down. Let's now do... Okay, so I want a Imperial Castle. Threctorai. I kind of want to... We'll do one. We'll test one with breaks in the wall. Oh, shit. This is Thactrai is a Imperial Castle, right? Veriscand is, I know that for sure. We'll do Thactrai. Alright, I'm attacking. Good. And let us have it. Let us have it going. Ew. Looks terrible. Absolutely miserable here. It's like there's like fucking cicadas here. You see those crickets going wild? Ugh. Well, I hope I'm not in death range. Yeah, Foster, that's going to be the case. I mean, a lot of people, you have to factor it this way. Anyone who seems impatient with Bannerlord is because they really like it. They're passionate about it. They loved Mountain Blade, Warband, so they want to see Bannerlord turn out to be awesome. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I do think that a lot of people approach their criticism against Tail Worlds a little too sharply, because it's like, think of it this way. If you're a developer, you want to have constructive criticism from the community so that you can actually change the game. That's what made the results of stuff like the perk changes happen faster, because we said, hey, these things need to be fixed. They don't work, and they changed them. But when people say like, another 7 years in development, huh? Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. Been in development for 10 years. It's like, you're not helping anyone. You're just bitching to bitch. Like, that's not going to help a goddamn soul. Like, actually make a constructive criticism. Say, hey, these things don't work. And if you want to say these things don't work, provide a solution, because that's how you get like the best results. You can say these things don't work, and that's great, and they'll now know that. But if you say these things don't work, but maybe if you did this instead, like for example, hey, the siege towers don't work. Rather than making one unit be the thing that triggers the drawbridge to drop, make it so 5 units trigger the drawbridge to drop. This way there's already a chance that they can push back and onto the wall. This will help out with a lot of the pathing issues, because they'll not get to the top, get killed, and then just keep running into basically a buzzsaw. Solution, ramps, 100%. What's up, Mike? How you doing, dude? Good to see you, my bro. Even there, you know, that one guy walked to the top of the bridge, then ran back down. Okay, alright, so a little issue here. And I've actually seen this before. They abandoned the right drawbridge, and I don't know why. Or the right tower. I think the left one is going better. Yeah, I've seen this a lot of times, actually. And it used to be in the past they would straight up abandon this too, and all go for the left. So going right into the buzzsaw in the center there. The right side is completely abandoned. And we're definitely breaking through that center. Not solution, ramps. And I think they're... Oh, okay, cool. They're still doing their magic on the left. They started to abandon the left a little bit because the center is starting to push in. I just choked on my spit. Yo. Ugh. That is what we saw on the Battanian castle. They tried to abandon the tower to go into the center. Oh my god. So they're pushing through here. And the center's going well. So Tier 1, I think we can say, successfully went down. They used the ramp on the left side. They got a little jammed up, but it worked. They pushed through the center thing through the center gate as possible. And the right tower was completely abandoned, though. I have not tried the Ascent, Mike. It looks good, though. It looks really good. I was actually thinking about playing Grim Dawn or Titan Quest. I love Titan Quest. Okay, so Tier 1 works very well. Let's do a little afternoon. Do it in the spring. A little spring afternoon. Stuart, Siege's... my opinion, because I'm an eternal optimist, Sieges are good. Right now. They're better than they were. Way better than they were. I have tried the new map on Hunt. Mike, we've put so many hours into it. Look at me getting down here all juicy like. Okay, so... Oh, dude, that thing already took a heavy crack to it. So now we're using bigger, badder towers. Let's see how this works. We have not tried the keep battles, Falk. For some reason, my game kept crashing. And we could not do them. So what I've noticed here now, take a look. The hard points, the gate is closer to this ramp up. So the ram is going to be able to get to it hopefully quicker. The right side doesn't have that same weird wraparound. So the tower should be able to go directly to it, and hopefully they'll keep using it. Left side's the same exact thing, exactly even, right? Like this is up against a building. So this is going to actually be a really brutal ascent. Tips for the first-time Hunt players: just play with a headset on at max volume and listen, and don't be over anxious to keep moving around. And also, I'd say use a Winfield and a compact ammo pistol for as long as you can. Like, yeah, that's what I would get better with the game with. Then I'd move into a Vetterli and a Pax. Those are the two guns I think you should learn the game with the best. Okay, so here, look at this. There's two dudes here now. Well, not for long. Okay, so left tower. Okay, getting there. Okay, so just two of the towers. This guy seems to be kind of getting in the way of the third. All right, there we go. Third ladder being used in the left tower. Right tower seems to be going a lot better. Huh. Interesting. Can I get... What unit is this? Okay, I'm going to hold fire on this unit. Let's see if that fixes their issues with going up this. Because I noticed that they're not going up the ladder because they're trying to throw. Spell Force 3 is a great game. Okay, so they're using the ladders properly. They're pushing through the center. You know, there might be one thing that maybe after the battering ram breaks open the center, it becomes like pathable. Like I think that happens. They all kind of get stuck there. So all three being used on the right. All three being used on the left. So far, I mean, Empire's doing pretty well. Yeah, that's a good call, Mike. Another option to fix ladder is once the troop enters a radius of the tower, they automatically hold fire. Yes, they will work, Peter, 100%. I like to get... Oh, bad day. So they're getting a foothold. It's just, I think the biggest thing that's going to change towers is if once they reach the top, there has to be 5 or 6 units before it opens. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. And also the pathing at the bottom here seems to be funky. These guys, like, we'll try putting them into shield wall and see if that fixes it. Oops, sorry. Like, Shield wall was also having an issue where they weren't mounting the ladders. Here, I'll do charge. There you go. They're all charging. Again, I don't want to change too many things at once, because then it's like... Gates open? Sure is. A lot of the center pulled off from the center, though, I noticed. A lot of the center went left. What's going on, guys? I think I might have messed something up. Here, let me just go back to doing this. Yeah, when I pressed all of them to charge, they stopped using the ladders. Thomas, that might have been my fault. See, I told them all to charge and they stopped using the ladders. Now they're using the ladders. Yeah, but they're kind of just getting hung up here. Okay. Well, we have enough troops that I'd say we win. Aha, you got blocked by these pillars. No. Alistair, thank you very much, man. That's not good for you. Nor you. Or you. Oh! Ow. Oh, over the shoulder? Yeah, so it looks like my infantry's kind of getting like hung up on that left tower a lot. You guys even know where you're going? You all seem drunk. So let's now test tier 3. This might, I mean, I think this castle itself has a lot of like innate pathing issues. Even just looking at like the construction of like, okay, the leftmost wall, you're immediately charging to a house. Like that looks like a pain in the ass. No! I didn't kill him? Oh, friends, countrymen, lend me your heads. Okay.
You coward!
Don't call me that. Oh, there's 4 left. Alright, well, I'm not gonna... We'll just consider this one... One. Huh. Interesting. Those last 4 just kind of like hanging out. Who's he hanging out? Like, oh, that's weird. Well, there you go, Emery. A win! Alright, now let's move up to tier 3. Then, you know what? I kind of want to test... Well, we got to do it. We got to do the same tower. We got to do it. And I want to test really quick, like... Because all of the Empire building, all the Empire settlements got a really cool big update too. They do, Cruxes, so that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying, is the new castles like Sturgia and Valandia have much better pathing. So we're going to try an Empire castle, an Empire's town, which did get a new update, and I think in 1.5.7 or 8. Can someone get the name of a city that was updated recently? Can be tested with ladders or only siege towers, Falk. From what everyone is saying, it seems to be that the ladders seem to be great. Cyronia, thank you very much, Saketh. Dude, oh my god, look at that hell. Oh, there goes that mangonel. Yeah, that was a catapult. By the way, it's gone. Yeah, the new cities look great. Oh, Falk, okay. Well, it's still worth noting that the siege towers do work better. Like, I definitely don't think that it's completely broken like it once was. I think that for the most part, it looks like, depending on the age of the scene, they just don't work as well. Like Khazate seems to be the worst performing out of everyone. And again, just to kind of put things in order here, Sturgia, I'm going to give a 4.5 stars because I can't give anything a 5-star. Valandia, I'll give a 4-star. Britannia, I'll give a 3.5 because Tier 2 really had a lot of issues. Tier 1 and Tier 3, not so much. Things worked as intended. They're using all 3 of the ladders on the left side. Using all 3 of the ladders on the right side. Well, 2 of the 3 on the right side. I thought that guy was going to start going up. Yeah, and then immediately goes back down. And I think that just has to do with a threat range issue on the Z-axis. What is this? Okay, hold your fire. Let's see if that changes things. What's up, Mel? Left tower, though, seems to be having a lot of issues, too. They go down, they get a different priority. We have some solutions in mind for that. Yeah, that was another thing, is that it seems that once the outer door is breached, that seems to pull people away from towers. That was extremely evident in Britannia. Asarai, 3.5. I would say 3.5. The towers worked a little less on the left side than they did the right side for Asarai, but they did still pretty well. What's that, Mike? Yeah, I still think, and Falk, I don't know if that's like a big thing you guys are working on, but I think the biggest thing, and I've said it so many times now, is just one unit triggering the drawbridge is probably the reason that these things are getting such a huge hindrance. Got it, okay. I can't believe that they're bad in seeds, so it's balanced field superiority. No. Anandai, I was saying that their siege map is the worst. It actually is extremely skewed towards the defender because the assaulter, the nav mesh for it, is terrible. They only use one of the ladders. The ram always gets destroyed if there's places upon it. Like, in fact, like, not only are they great on the field, they're great on the defense because of the nav mesh. So, what I was saying, Falk, was what I've noticed. If I can get over to one of these, is that when you're looking at the siege towers, the biggest issue I have found is the siege tower reaches the wall. All three ladders are being used. One unit, one soldier, reaches the top, and as soon as he puts his feet on the top platform, the drawbridge drops. The entire wall rushes the drawbridge, kills that one soldier, and is then now acting like a buzzsaw to anyone who mounts the ladder, and just gets killed and killed and killed and killed. What I think would fix that is if the game says, okay, until I get 3 to 5, probably I would say 5 soldiers on this platform, I will not drop that drawbridge. Because what's happening is they're just getting killed before they can do anything. And I think if they at least have a buffer, allowing more soldiers to get to the top, they can push back properly. The center didn't work, or did work. Oh, okay, so tier 3 center worked properly. They didn't reassign themselves, they pushed through. Right side's going better than the left side, because they're actually mounting and going up. The left side just seems to kind of get a little haphazard. Absolutely, Falk. Yeah, that could be another thing. Is once a siege tower reaches 75% of the path to the wall, soldiers start to climb up it, and that way, as soon as the drawbridge reaches, they're already starting to mount in. But again, you still run into that issue of, even if this thing is completely fully packed with soldiers, if they can't stand up to get onto the wall, they just get killed like that. Dude, more sniper artillery, dude. It's all over the place. Wait, they'll never find me up here. Okay, so tier 3 went just fine. Oh! Oh, yeah. Try taking me now. How stable is this beta? Ollie, it is stable. I'm running into some crash issues now today with the cheat console, so I have to figure out what my problem is. But it has been okay for the most part. I wonder if... Oh, we just won. Alright, so let's try... Oh, was that not... Oh, I thought that was not tier 3. Is Cyronia in this map? Didn't Sionin get one as well? Yeah, we have to take a look at one of the updated Empire maps. Does anyone know? I don't remember the list of them. Onira? Okay, cool. Let's do noon. Let's do summer again. And just keep everything as is. Go with the same approach. So let's do this. We're going to do tier 3. And we're going to look at that. And then I'm going to put wall breaches and see how that works. And then, I kind of want to test ladders too, but we're coming up towards the end of our stream time. Let's go ahead and just go with this. Test this bad boy out. This is the new Onira. Ah, that's right, I remember this one now. Yeah, this is new Onira, really sick. My max is 190 kilos, Peter. Oh man, that was sick. I just love watching like the walls get hit by the catapults and everything. I have like some really good shots from the Sturgia when I was testing. Like when you get those like the crumbles and everything, I say crumbles like it's like, ooh, it's a nice toaster strudel, a strudel top. Yeah, guys, do make sure you check out Flesson's channel. He has got tons of videos on Bannerlord workshop videos. He's doing a lot of testing himself. So please go and check out Big Daddy Flesson 19's channel. Okay, so left tower is down. It is equipped. 2 of these ladders are being used. Yeah, see, like he immediately tries to go throw and he gets pushed into a bad situation. Absolutely, Danny DeVito. I'm glad you decided to use it, guys. As always, if you do want to help support the channel, You can purchase some sneak energy if you want to do that. You can become a member. You can donate, whatever you so wish. But if you do use sneak, make sure you use credit code Sparty at checkout. I like the new culture buff changes. I still think they need a little bit of tooling, though. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head right now, but some of them are a little bit better than others. Like, some are just kind of like not that great at all. So it just kind of depends. But at the same time, the previous ones were kind of jankety too. Vlandians was so broken compared to the rest. But the new culture changes are a lot more flavorful, in my opinion. So right tower is going very well. Like, doing what it's supposed to do. Left tower wasn't, but has gotten a little bit more online. The inner gate has been breached. So they're fighting there. Are any of them double walled? What do you mean? Some of them are. Some of them have basically a little kill box after the outer gate. Sort of super. They've just branched out with a lot of different content creators. And a lot of content creators that are Sneak sponsored have hooked up other content creators. Like, Sneak would not have discovered me if it wasn't for Lionheart. Like, Lionheart was like, hey, go check out Titan Spartacus and H for Havoc, and that's how we became sponsored. So a lot of people have just kind of have spread that love. No, Russell, they're actually working a lot better now. It's just the newer maps is what is the determining factor, it seems. Yeah, there's also an Empire 1 socket. I think that has the kill box. I remember showing it off. I think it's Saonia. So the right tower got destroyed. The center was breached. And we have won this fight for sure. Let's go put an end to this damn thing over here. Thank you, Flavius. Friends! Oh. No! 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 Surprised this guy just not. Okay. There we go. So here's something I want to check. What is another map? One last thing here. I don't know what you do. I want to do dual breached, and I want to take off battering ram. Actually, solid. Let's see something. Evgeny, what's up, brother? Okay. I mean, ladders are working great. They're going right up them. They're stacking up on those ladders. Uh-oh. 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 I spoke too soon. Are there only 2 ladder points? I guess so. I'm enjoying both of you. Yeah, it looks like it's a YouTube issue, guys, so I apologize for that. So, ladders work. It's just, obviously, they're not going to work in this case. No, I think they're different maxes. I mean, because the siege engine's not gonna... Look, the siege towers aren't gonna traverse the bridge and do that, I don't think. No, because the siege tower goes... One goes right there. The other one goes over there somewhere. Yeah, the new Empire cities are really cool. Okay. So one last test before we close our stream out here for the day is dual breached. Maxis's, I wish I could tell you. Blue Oxhall. I think Oxhall has the kill box. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, so let's see how that works. Okay, so what Falk says is that there are 3 lanes, and all scenes have built upon that system. So if a lane uses a breach, it can't have ladders or siege towers. If it has a siege tower, it can't have ladders and vice versa. I probably should have brought a battering ram too. One battering ram would have been cool to see. Yeah, this is an upgraded Blondie in town. And I mean, that's a pretty sick little breach there. It's like watching Kingdom of Heaven. Breach walls are here. We'll do this. This will be fun. Siege tower, battering ram, single breached. I think that'll work. Okay, so we got breaches, we got battering rams, we got towers. This should be fun. Ooh. You remember what I was saying too? Like, look at this. This is a straight shot. It's an easy hit right into that gate. Like, you looked at the Khazate or the Asarai one. It was so far back that the battering ram just got blitzed to pieces. Absolutely, Martin. Thank you very much for watching, man. I'm happy to do it, dude. Happy to do it. I mean, you gotta remember, these guys are plugging hours and hours into the game, and I'm sure it's not awesome for them to see stuff like, what the fuck is Tailwolves even doing? Do they even listen to what we say? And it's like, there's just, I have no idea what happens at Tailwolves when it comes to decisions and deciding what things are gonna be ahead of other stuff. Like, there are some things that they've told us, they've told me in the middle of these streams, that it's like, oh, I didn't even know you guys were working on that. That's an awesome thing to have. And it's really easy to take a low-hanging fruit like a CJI issue that, yeah, obviously it's been in production for, or it's been in development for 10 years, but it's been scrapped and redone and scrapped and redone and scrapped and redone. And they've done improvements to things here and there, but some things break those things here and there too. I think it's important to kind of put into perspective that it's like, this game is in early access. And on top of that, yeah, the breach is not being used, which is interesting. On top of that, if you have over 300 or 400 hours in this game like I do, that's kind of like crazy for an early access game, personally, like I was saying earlier. Like, it's just, anyone who's brand new to the game is going to have tons to play and enjoy. It's just, they definitely need to tweak and fix the things that are all overtly broken. But there's so many different scenes clearly going on here. They will charge when the tower gets over to it? Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, they do. Interesting. Oh, so look at that. These guys almost fully abandoned this breach. Oh! There you go, Martin's got that 2100 hours. Like, I don't think that they intended anyone, like most people who buy an early access game, I think they put like 20 hours into it and go, great, can't wait for the game to kind of release, hit its full launch, and then, okay, going in for the second gate. These guys are really pushing hard. So the defenders have now pushed out into me. Oh! Yorick! Well, I mean, like, okay, Stone Shard, that game's still in early access, and I jump on every so often, every time they release a little update. The game's just going to take its time. No, it's tier 3 on tier 5. Oh man, Valheim is great right now. Sure, yo, it's not necessarily an excuse, but a game being in early access for a year. Let's take a look at Baldur's Gate 3. Through a very unique time in our history, right? Like through a pandemic. Baldur's Gate 3, they've said that this game's not coming out in 2022. Or not coming out in 2021, not at all. Like, they said probably Q3, Q4 2022, maybe. We don't know. Like, but Baldur's Gate gets a pass. You know what I mean? Like, this game has arguably had more patches and fixes and additions than Baldur's Gate has. So it's like, you see, there's a little bit of a double-edged sword here. It's like, a lot of people have played Baldur's Gate and said, cool, I'm just going to wait for my favorite class to come in the game and then I'll play. Or I'm going to wait until more acts are in and then I'll play. Or I'm going to wait for release, but it's nice to have early access. Maybe I want to support whatever it is. I just think that it's like, a lot of the people that have issues with the Mountain Blade 2's early access don't put into perspective how many hours they've plugged into the game and how much of the game they've probably exhausted. Like I said, it's like plugging in 1,000 hours to Baldur's Gate 3 when Baldur's Gate 3 said, hey, you're only going to be able to play Act 1 up to this level, and going, there's not enough content. It's like, well, fuck, yeah, they told you. Bortukali, as soon as they add a bard, I will play Baldur's Gate 3 on the channel. Alright, my bros. That's going to cover our testing here for today. I wanted to hit the 3-hour mark. We've hit the 3-hour mark, so we have tested. Let me run the credits here while we kind of go over some stuff. Just to kind of paraphrase everything that we've done. Maybe I'll just jump into a custom battle again. Let's just kind of go down the list here. Empire, I think, went... Benefits the game, final product, lots of feedback, lots of fixes. And Falk, you're 100% correct, because I'd rather deal with the game in this state in early access than a game at launch like No Man's Sky and being a disappointment. There's a difference between a game having a lot of issues in early access than at launch and it being passable in EA versus launch, right? So it's like, I'll take the issues now versus this being launched going, well, I hope it's a great game in a year. Like, well, we've seen this so many times now where games come out of the oven just premature. But to paraphrase everything, in my 5-star system here, Empire I think can get a 3. A lot of issues in Tier 1. A lot of issues in Tier 1. They completely abandoned the right siege tower, but they were able to push through. Tier 2, again, a lot of issues. Tier 3 worked out pretty well, but some hiccups here and there. I would give it a solid 3. Sturgia 4.5. The new maps are great, and it seems to be also like the newer city maps work better than the castle maps. Aserai, again, I'll give a 3.5 on these because we did have some issues with the leftmost tower on tiers 2 and 3, but for the most part, they got their jobs done. They just kind of lagged a little bit on the left tower the most. Volandia, a 4-star. Things were working really well across all the towers. Got a little hung up on the leftmost tower, but eventually they kind of pushed through without much issue. Britannia, oof, that one wasn't terrible, but again, Tier 2 was miserable compared to Tier 1 and 3. Tier 1 went out without a hitch. Tier 3 had some issues, but still worked very well. I give it 3 stars. But Khazate as a whole, 1 star. Have the absolute worst results of all of our testing, I'd say, here today. Cyberpunk coffee. Cyberpunk shit, man, right? Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. Let me give some thank yous out to all the donations. We had plenty of those. We had Mike. We had the Mike on the mic as a new member, so thank you very much, Mike. But we had Paris with his total of $15 in donation, as well as Axios and his $5 donation. Then Blue Wolf with a $15 tip when he purchased Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. Oh, man, let me check something. But, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching here today. We'll be back with another stream on Saturday, playing Total War Troy, a Total War Saga Troy, a Total Saga Troy, a Total Saga of Troy. And we'll be able to kind of put that game through its paces. I'm really excited to show it off to you. The Mythos mode is really fun, so I'm really stoked on that. Look for content on it on Friday and then the stream on Saturday. I'll probably be doing a little giveaway of that as well if I can. But as always, thank you so much for watching here today. Falk and Emery, thank you both very much for kind of giving your input from the Tale World side of things. Falk, it sounds like you're one of the developers in charge of either like the sieges or maps or whatever. So thank you very much for your input, dude. And thank you very much, guys, for kind of watching along and dealing with this testing process. I know it was a little bumpy in the beginning and we couldn't jump into keep battles, but at least we had some fun with sieges to test how the siege ladders work and how the siege towers work. And as from the words from Falk himself, he said that our pass was on the ladders this time. Next we'll be working on the actual towers. So that is actually really cool to know. Yes, Emery is the UI spec, indeed. Falk, though, is the campaign lord of the campaigns. Absolutely, Ananda. Thanks for jumping in, man. Next one will benefit both ladders and towers. Ooh. And I know you can't give me... Oh, the campaign producer. Okay. I know you guys can't give me this timeline I know you can't even say yes or no to this, but do we get the battle map stuff next patch? Is that going to happen? Is that going to happen in 1.62? Will we finally have cool dynamic battle maps? Keep that on my last live stream. Absolutely, Thomas. Glad I helped you out, my dude. Not yet. Okay. It's a priority, though. Okay. Okay. I can accept that. I can accept that as an answer. Even though I put you in a precarious spot. Never ever feel the need to answer those questions. Alright, guys. We'll be back on Saturday with another stream. Be on the lookout for some more content. I got a cool little speculation video coming out tomorrow for Total War Warhammer 3. As always, always have some fun stuff with that. But thank you so much for watching here today. Have a good one. Take care. Wash your hands. Stay safe. And we will see you on Saturday. But have a good one, guys.